Welcome into MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's the Eagles and the Giants. And welcome into another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports, a monster game in the NFC East. When you look at the standings, the Cowboys sit at 6-4, Philadelphia at 5-4, the Giants at 4-5. Evil Dead has the Eagles -2. We're underway. The Giants will get the ball first. Fielded by East, he'll take a knee. James East, touchback. 1st and 10 Giants at the 25-yard line. Starting quarterback for New York, William Rogers, in his second year out of Ole Miss. Trying to see if these two teams played already this season. I don't think they have. This may be their first meeting. Looking at the schedule here. No, they played before because I'm looking at... I'll find it. 1st and 10 Giants from the 25-yard line. Giants come out, 4 receivers set wide. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers, play action, looking. Got great protection. Throws deep down the sideline, wide open, and caught at the 39-yard line by Patrick Collins. 36 yards down to the 39-yard line. Collins in his 8th year out of Georgia. So the Giants strike quickly with a long pass downfield. Trying to see where these teams played before. It was back in week 5 when they played in Philadelphia. The Giants won that game in overtime, 30-24. So the rematch here today. I now remember that game. That was the overtime game. On 1st down, Rogers play action. Throws to Collins again. And this time Collins 4 yards. Let's take a look at the Giants offense. Up front, Barnett, Kelly, Hall, Palmer, and Maxwell. And then it's Collins, Eric Johnson, Kylan Johnson, Kennedy, and East. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 from the 35-yard line. Jimmy Jan with Waldo, Evil Dead. Misty's here. 2nd and 5, Giants opening drive, marching down to the Philadelphia 35-yard line. On 2nd and 5, Rogers, play action again. Throwing downfield, caught by Kennedy, the tight end. James Kennedy down to the 11-yard line. A gain of 24 yards to the 12th year tight end out of Cincinnati. Devontae Ross on the tackle for Philadelphia. James Kennedy, he spent 10 years with Philadelphia, playing his former team today. Now in his 2nd year with the Giants. Devontae Ross, who made the tackle in his 5th year out of North Carolina State. On 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers hands off to Eric Johnson around the outside. And Eric Johnson inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. Let's take a look at the Eagles' defense. They play a 4-3. Moon, Burchett, Ginsburg, and Frazier up front. The linebackers, Lynch, Ross, and Bird. And the secondary, Hicks, Warner, West, and Turner. Waldo back in the house. This is the first of the late afternoon games. This is the first of the 4 o'clock games here in Week 10. Evil Dead's got the fish heads, roly-poly fish heads out. 2nd and 6 from the 7-yard line. in the offset eye. Waldo rooting for the Eagles. Rogers to Kylan Johnson, and he's going to lose a yard back to the 8-yard line. Ken Frazier on the tackle. Frazier in his 14th year out of Cincinnati. And Kylan Johnson, the running back, in his 3rd year out of Tennessee. And that will bring up 3rd and 7 for the Giants at the Philadelphia 8-yard line. Nice opening drive by New York, trying to cap it off with a touchdown. 4 receivers spread wide. Rogers in the gun. Rogers back. Looks to the end zone. Looking. He's got lots of time. It breaks down. He gets sacked back at the 21-yard line. A 13-yard sack by Ken Frazier, the defensive end. It'll be 4th and 20, and the Giants will have to settle for 3. So the Philadelphia defense holds the Giants, forcing a field goal attempt. This was originally an early game on the schedule, but I moved it to a late afternoon game because of the importance of it. Zach Whitney for the field goal attempt. This will be from 38 yards to put the Giants on the board first. Whitney's kick is up, and it's good. Giants lead at 3-0. 5:05 left to play here in the first quarter. Live from MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. Evil Dead's got the Eagles on this one. I'm inclined to agree with him on that. And that's usually the kiss of death when I predict a win. But I did predict the Lions last game, so there you go. Here at Jammin' Sports, please subscribe if you can. I appreciate it. The Giants will kick off. This will be fielded by Harper at the 7-yard line over the 20-25. And Mark Harper, the second-year receiver out of California, brings it out to the 28-yard line. So the Giants get a field goal on their opening drive. This will be Philadelphia's opening drive, led by their starting quarterback, Caden Powell, in his 2nd year out of Kentucky. You really went out on a limb taking Detroit, didn't we all? I mean, I think we all saw firsthand how bad Atlanta is. Detroit played poorly, and they still beat Atlanta by 13 points. First and 10, Philadelphia. They'll have it at their own 28, down 3-0. Yeah, guy has great numbers. 0-2. Powell, play action looking. He's got good protection. Throws outside. It's caught by Weston down the sideline. And that's the fullback, Leon Weston. All the way down to the Giant 44-yard line. A 28-yard catch by the fullback out of the backfield, Leon Weston. And Leon Weston's in his 14th year out of Cincinnati. 14 years. Chris Chapman finally makes the tackle in his 4th year out of Virginia Tech. First and 10 Eagles at the Giant 44-yard line. Eagles opening possession of the game. On first and 10. Powell hands off to Elliott. Robert Elliott up the middle. Elliott breaks the tackle and gets down to the 21-yard line. A 23-yard gain by Robert Elliott, the 10th year back out of Pittsburgh. He spent his entire career with Philadelphia. First down Eagles. 10 years, and he still has hops. Still getting it. The shelf life of the average NFL running back, 4 to 5 years. It's not long. which is really saying something because if you look at the offenses now, it's pass happy. You'd think they'd last longer. Huddy's in the house. Good to see you, Huddy. The greatest of all time. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Powell back. Powell throws to Horn, and Joe Horn down to the 8-yard line. Huddy, everybody, is Hudson, if you remember Hudson, from Atlanta. And Huddy, you were in a FIFA tournament. How'd you do? Huddy was in an online FIFA tournament earlier this evening. I wanted to get an update on how he's doing in that tournament. Joe Horn on the catch in his 13th year out of Hofstra. First down Eagles, 1st and goal at the Giant 8-yard line. Powell back, throws into the end zone, incomplete. Let's take a look at the Philadelphia offense. Up front, Chance, Ashmore, White, Williams, and Glessner. And then it's Horn, Andrews, Elliott, Crane, and Whitney. He lost to Davis? Oh, okay. Hudson, how'd you do in your FIFA tournament? We want to know. 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Powell in the gun. On 2nd goal, Powell looking, steps up, throws to Whitney, touchdown, Philadelphia. An 8-yard touchdown catch by A.J. Whitney, the 5th-year receiver out of Nebraska. And the Eagles take a 6-3 lead. The Giants get a field goal on their opening drive, but the Eagles get a touchdown on theirs. A.J. Whitney, he played 2 years for the Dolphins, 2 years for the Rams, now in his first season with the Eagles. Dan Bailey, the former Lion, for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. Eagles lead at 7-3 with 3:37 left here in the first quarter. Live from MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 10 here at Jamma Sports. The 5-4 Eagles, the 4-5 Giants. With Dallas just a half game up at 6-4. Now the Eagles have already played Dallas twice this season. They split both games. The Giants still have 1 game left with the Cowboys. The Giants lost their first game down in Dallas. The Giants will play the Cowboys on the final week of the season here at MetLife Stadium. When you look at the schedule. So Eagles up 7-3. And now Bailey will kick off. Fielded by East, about 5 yards deep. He takes a knee, touchback. And the Giants will have it at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10. William Rogers comes back out, the starting quarterback. The first of our late afternoon games here in Week 10. All the early afternoon games are done. 1st and 10 from the 25. 4 receivers set wide. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers pump fakes, looking, throws to the near side, to East, escapes the tackle, down the sideline, and East ran out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A 35-yard catch and run by James East down to the Philadelphia 40-yard line. First down, G-Men. We will have hockey tonight after this. We'll have 1 hockey game for you. I promised everybody last night I would. Let's see what game is next up on the schedule. We'll start week number 8. We get Evil Dead's favorite team, the Rangers, at Boston. That'll be after football. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Rogers, play action. Looks downfield. Throws. High arcing pass, and it's knocked down. Incomplete. Devontae Ross, the linebacker, got his hands on it. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. We'll get one hockey game in tonight. Second and 10 from the 40-yard line. That's true. We haven't seen you. And he was actually pretty cool. 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Rogers to Eric Johnson inside the 40, and Johnson down to the 37-yard line. Eric Johnson in his 3rd year out of Duke. Ken Frazier on the tackle. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. Under 3 minutes left now here in the first quarter. Eagles up 7-3. On 3rd down, 4 receivers set wide. Rogers in the gun. Rogers back. Rogers throws incomplete. He was pressured, and that will bring up 4th and 7. If the Giants want to try it, it would be a 54-yard field goal attempt. I don't think Whitney has the leg for that. But they're going to try it. Zach Whitney from 54 yards to make it a 1-point game. The snap kick is up, and that's no good. It's short. It remains a 7-3 ball game in favor of Philadelphia with 2:36 left to play. Here in the first quarter, live from MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, Week 10, here at Jammin' Sports. Please subscribe. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead. Huddy's in the room. Misty is still awake over there, I think. She usually comes in here and crashes. Then we have to wake her up at midnight to go to bed.
Yeah, and I'm up all the rest.
And then she's up the rest of the night. 1st and 10 Philadelphia from the 44-yard line. Up 7-3. Misty took a spill today out back. She didn't see the step, and she fell in the grass. Powell hands off to Elliott, and Robert Elliott 2 yards out to the 46. Let's take a look at the Giants defense. They play a 3-4. Watts, Robertson, and Deaver up front. Linebackers, Spencer, Sanders, Jones, and Glover. And the secondary, Thompson, Tarver, Gibson, and Chapman. Misty fell down in the grass. She hurt her knee. I mean, she can still walk and everything. It's just sore. Did the step just appear after all this time? Elliott on first down out to the 49-yard line. Oh my God. A 4-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 5 by Robert Elliott. Yeah, it just magically appeared. Yeah, she landed on grass, not pavement. So she's all right. That was funny, though. Yeah, it just appeared magically out of nowhere. 3rd and 5 for Philadelphia. At their own 49, 4 receivers set wide. Powell back, throws, gets it out to Whitney. And Whitney to the Giant 44-yard line. A gain of 7 yards and a Philadelphia first down. A.J. Whitney in his 5th year out of Nebraska. I'm glad she's on, but I understand how those steps just kind of pop up out of nowhere. Yeah, it's happened to the best of us.
I haven't felt it in a long time.
This is true. I can't remember ever a time where you fell down. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side. Powell back. Powell looking. Throws. Gets it out to Whitney. He can't hold on. Incomplete. That's broken up by Julius Sanders, the linebacker, in his 4th year out of Connecticut. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. That'll stop the clock momentarily with 1:09 left here in the first quarter. Here at Jammin' Sports on a Friday, the second game of our NFL doubleheader. On 2nd and 10 from the 44. Whitney in motion. Powell throws inside to Horn, and Joe Horn down to the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of 9. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. Yeah, Jim probably looked out and said, "Hey, Misty, some woman's rolling around on the grass." No, I knew she was behind me. We were going out the back door. I was trying to take the old kitchen table out because we got a new kitchen table today. And I hear this scream behind me, and I look back, and she's on the grass. Elliott up the middle, and Elliott out to the 22-yard line. 13 yards, and an Eagles first down. I didn't see her fall. I just saw the aftermath. My back was to her.
Gracie did.
Yeah, Gracie saw it. Hey, Gracie overreact like she always does. She goes, "Mama, you get your butt back in here." Oh, yeah, I've tripped in stairs before. Everyone has. 1st and 10, Philadelphia from the Giant 22-yard line. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Eagles trying to make it a 2-possession game. Powell, play action looking, steps up, in trouble. He's going to run for it, and he gets down to the 15-yard line, and that's the end of the first quarter. Eagles up 7-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week number 10, the 5-4 Eagles, the 4-5 Giants. With Dallas at 6-4, Eagles trying to catch Dallas in the NFC East. It'll be 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line. Eagles trying to make it a 2-score game. 4 receivers set wide. Powell in the shotgun on 2nd down. Powell drops back, throws downfield, caught by Horn inside the 10, down at the 9-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6 yards and an Eagles first down. Another catch by the veteran wide receiver Joe Horn in his 13th year out of Hofstra. Greg Gibson on the tackle for the Giants, the free safety in his 5th year out of North Texas. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9. Powell in the shotgun. Powell looking. Still looking. Throws to the near side. Caught by Horn. Turns upfield and gets down to the 5. A gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Greg Gibson again on the tackle for the Giants. Philadelphia knocking at the door. On 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Hands off to Elliott, and Elliott gets stacked up for a 1-yard loss. Julius Sanders, the linebacker, on the tackle. It'll bring up 3rd and goal. So big 3rd down coming up for Philadelphia. 6:45 and counting here in the first half. Eagles up 7-3. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 6. 4 receivers spread wide. Powell in the shotgun. Powell looking. Good protection again. He's had great protection all day. It breaks down, and he's sacked back at the 15-yard line. He just held on to it too long. Marion Glover, the 5th-year linebacker out of North Carolina, on the sack. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the Eagles will have to settle for a field goal. You got to have that clock in your head. You got to get rid of it. Powell in his 2nd year out of Kentucky. That was kind of a rookie mistake. He'll learn. 4th and goal from the 15-yard line. And Dan Bailey will come on out. This will be a 32-yard field goal attempt to make it a 7-point game. The kick is up, and it's good. Eagles lead at 10-3, 5:59 left here in the first half. We're live from MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 10 here at Jamis Sports, where it's the game that matters. Please like us, follow us, and subscribe. Here on Twitch, please tell all your friends and neighbors about Jamis Sports. Let's get them in here. Let's make it a party. So Philadelphia up by 7. Chris Snyder will kick off, the rookie out of Virginia, for the Eagles. The Giants won the earlier meeting up in Philadelphia in overtime. Philadelphia tried to get revenge for that. There's the kick. Fielded by Kylan Johnson at the 7-yard line, over the 25, and he brings it out to the 26-yard line. The third year back out of Tennessee, Kylan Johnson. First down, Giants, with 5:56 remaining in the first half. Down by a touchdown. Let's see what the Giants can do on this drive. They can tie it up if they get a field goal. Four receivers spread wide. On 1st and 10, Rodgers under center. Rodgers to Kylan Johnson. And Johnson gets 3 yards out to the 29. Make it a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6. On the tackle, number 95. That's Bryson Burchett in his 7th year out of Michigan State. 2nd and 6 from the 29. Rodgers back, throws downfield, caught by Kennedy, and James Kennedy down to the 43-yard line. A gain of 14 yards and a Giants first down. The big tight end, James Kennedy, the former Eagle, so the Giants get a first down as they move it out closer to midfield at the 43-yard line. Coming up on 5 minutes left here in the first half. Rodgers in the shotgun. Rodgers to Eric Johnson. He gets stacked up by Devontae Ross. And that'll be just a 1-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 11. Back at the 42-yard line. Devontae Ross, the 5th-year linebacker out of North Carolina State. He was their first-round draft pick 5 seasons ago. He's been a good one. On 2nd and 11, 4 receivers set wide. Rodgers fakes the handoff. Looking, throws deep downfield. It's caught by East all the way down to the 22-yard line. A 36-yard reception by James East, the 10th-year receiver out of North Carolina. I don't know how he held on to this. Just a great catch. I mean, he was blanketed, and he still caught it. Corey Turner was all over him, and he still caught the pass. 1st and 10 Giants at the Philadelphia 22-yard line. In the I formation, Rodgers to Kylan Johnson around the outside. And Johnson gets a yard down to the 21. Steve Warner on the tackle, number 42. In his 8th year out of Temple. It'll be 2nd and 9. Philadelphia leads at 10-3 with 3:42 and counting here in the first half. But the Giants are on the move, trying to tie the game back up. Rodgers to Eric Johnson, who manages to get down to the 17-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. 3:15 and counting. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 17-yard line. 5 receivers wide, empty backfield for Rodgers on 3rd down. Rodgers looking, throws to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off by Devontae Ross at the 6-yard line. He brings it out to the 8. Just when you thought the Giants were going to score, the Eagles pick it off. The big linebacker, Devontae Ross, the All-Pro, picks it off for Philadelphia. And now the Eagles will take over, up by 7, with a chance to score again before halftime. So Caden Powell comes back out, the second-year quarterback out of Kentucky, the Kentucky Wildcat. There are 3 quarterbacks in this league that are from Kentucky. That's start. Do you know what 3 they are? Let's see if you can name them all. Well, we know one is Caden Powell. Do you know the other 2? 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. Powell, play action, looking, throws, outside, is caught, making the catch. Chris Crane, the tight end, in his 14th year out of Army. And that'll be good for an 18-yard gain and a 1st down. Who are the other Kentucky quarterbacks that start in this league? Other than Caden Powell, there's 2 more. One should be obvious. You make fun of him all the time. Think of Sports Davis. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Powell hands off to Elliott around the outside. He breaks the tackle, and Robert Elliott gets something out of nothing. A 1-yard gain to the 27-yard line. He's 2nd and 9. On the tackle, John Deaver in his 9th year out of South Florida. 2:25 and counting. 2-minute warning coming up here in the first half. Boy, I've stumped everybody on that question. On 2nd and 9. Powell to Elliott, and he gets hit in the backfield. And that's going to be a loss of 3 yards. Making the tackle, Sam Tarver, number 30, the 4th-year safety out of Arkansas. Came up on the safety blitz, unblocked, and makes the tackle in the backfield. Caden Powell is from Kentucky. As we hit the 2-minute warning, Eagles up 10-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. Eagles up 10-3. The Eagles at 5-4. The Giants at 4-5. Caden Powell is from Kentucky. What are the other 2 starting quarterbacks in this sim-season league that went to Kentucky? Powell under center on 3rd and 12. Powell to Elliott up the middle. And Elliott out to the 27-yard line, a gain of 3. Well shy of the 1st down. The Giants take a timeout. And Philadelphia is going to have to punt. The other 2 Kentucky quarterbacks, Billy Joe Booth on the Patriots and John Lida on the Buccaneers. The other 2 Kentucky quarterbacks. Since nobody was jumping in to answer that. It'll be 4th and 8. Chris Snyder will punt for the Eagles. Gets the punt away. Fielded and fair caught at the 30-yard line by James East. 1st down Giants. They have an opportunity now to tie up the game before halftime as Rodgers will come back out. Philadelphia intercepted on the last drive, but they did not capitalize. They had to punt. Now the Giants will take over with 2 timeouts and 1:52 left until halftime. On 1st and 10. 5 receivers set wide. Empty backfield for William Rogers. In the shotgun, Rogers back. Looks downfield, throws down the sideline. It's caught by Kennedy between 3 Eagles. All the way down to the 49-yard line of Philadelphia. 21-yard catch. First down, G-Man. Giants trying to tie it up before halftime. He got out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:46 left. 1st and 10 from the Eagle 49. 4 receivers spread wide. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers back looking, throws outside to Kennedy. And James Kennedy down to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. He did not get out of bounds. The clock is running. 1.5 minutes left in the half. Eagles up 10-3. On 2nd down. 4 receivers spread wide. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers drops back, throws down the middle, and is broken up by Devontae Ross. He's been everywhere. The All-Pro linebacker breaking up yet another pass. He's broken up several, and he's intercepted once. That'll stop the clock with 1:14 left in the half. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Giants at the Philadelphia 43-yard line. 4 receivers spread wide. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers back to throw. Throws down the near sideline to Asher Kirk down to the 26-yard line. The 3rd-year receiver out of Morehead State, Asher Kirk. A 17-yard gain down to the 26-yard line. First down, Giants. You definitely got both feet in. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:10 left. Giants trying to tie this one up. 4 receivers set wide. Rogers in the gun on 1st and 10. Rogers to Eric Johnson up the middle. And Eric Johnson down to the 17-yard line. A gain of 9. The Giants take a timeout with 1:01 remaining here in the first half. It's a 9-yard gain to be 2nd and 1 at the 17. Got a good ball game going on here. If you missed the earlier game, you didn't miss much. The Lions beat the Falcons 16-3. It's in the video section if you want to check it out. The Lions are now 6 and 4. Atlanta's now 1 and 9. 2nd and 1 for the Giants at the Eagles' 17-yard line. 4 receivers spread wide. Rogers in the shotgun. And somebody jumped. Who are they going to call? Ghostbusters. It's on Philadelphia. It's on Ken Frazier. And that's going to give the Giants the first down and move it down to the 12-yard line with 1:01 remaining in the half. 1st and 10 from the Eagle 12. Here at Jammin' Sports on this Friday night, our NFL doubleheader. We're in the 2nd game. We'll have hockey after this. The New York Rangers and the Boston Bruins. It's a long time out. We'll have a NFL doubleheader for you tomorrow. We'll go over that schedule here in a second. Right after this play. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Rogers back to throw. Looking to the end zone. Throws underneath to Eric Johnson. He can't hold on. Incomplete. It was ripped away by Delano West, the rookie out of Alabama. We'll have a doubleheader tomorrow starting at 6 o'clock Eastern time. It'll be Cleveland at Indianapolis, followed by the LA Chargers at Denver. That'll be tomorrow. 2nd and 10 from the 12. Rodgers in the gun, 4 receivers set wide. Rodgers back, looking, throws underneath to Kylan Johnson. Gets a yard out to the 11-yard line. Devontae Ross on the tackle to bring up 3rd and 9. Clock is running, 41 seconds and counting. Giants holding on to that last timeout. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 11. 35 seconds and counting until halftime. Giants come out. They spread 4 receivers wide. Rodgers in the shotgun. Rodgers looking to the end zone. Good protection. Is breaking down. He breaks the sack. Gets away. Throws. Back of the end zone. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. For a moment, I thought he was going to score. So the Giants are going to have to settle for a field goal. It'll be 4th and 9 from the 11. This will be a 28-yard attempt by Zach Whitney. Snap, kick is up, and good. Eagles lead it 10-6. 15 seconds left until halftime. We're live from MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. Please subscribe. Just hit the old subscribe button. It'd be much appreciated. So Philadelphia will have 15 seconds left. They have 3 timeouts. They'll probably just take a knee and go to halftime. Whitney will kick off for the Giants in a 4-point ball game. There's the kick. Fielded by Harper, about 4 yards deep, takes a knee. Mark Harper, the wide receiver. So it'll be a touchback, and the Eagles will have it at the 25, 1st and 10. Caden Powell, the quarterback, in his 2nd year out of Kentucky for the Eagles. Eagles come out on 1st and 10. They're going to run a play. They're in the I formation. Powell, play action looking. He's got all sorts of time. Throws downfield, caught by Crane, no. Broken up by Greg Gibson, the safety. And that'll stop the clock with 6 seconds left. Here in the half, it'll be 2nd and 10. Let's see what the Eagles do with 6 seconds left. From their own 25-yard line, they're going to take a knee and go to halftime. Powell takes a knee, and we go to half. Your halftime score, Philadelphia 10, the Giants 6, here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. The 5-4 Eagles, the 4-5 Giants. The NFC East right now is very tight. The Cowboys sit at 6-4. They've already played this week. They lost to the Saints. Philadelphia is at 5-4. If the Eagles win this game, they'll be tied with Dallas for first place. and the Giants sit at 4-5. If the Giants come back and win, they'll be tied with Philadelphia for second, 1 game behind Dallas, with 6 games to go. Since we're in Week 10, 6 more weeks left in the regular season. Zach Whitney will kick off. Philadelphia will get the ball first. Caldwell, 3 yards deep, brings it out over the 20, 25. And Matthew Caldwell out to the 28-yard line. In his 13th year out of Ohio State, the former Jet. Caldwell playing back in the stadium that he used to play at a lot. So the Eagles offense comes back out. Eagles up 10-6. They'll start at their own 28. We never did see who they play next week. I'll let you know right now. Next week, the Giants will be at Pittsburgh. That'll be a tough game. And Philadelphia will host Carolina in Week 11. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Powell drops back. Throws downfield, caught by Crane. He fumbles and the Giants pounce on it. Julius Saunders, the linebacker, jumps on the loose ball. Chris Crane caught it, the tight end, and he coughs it up. Who made the hit? The hit was made by number 53, Walter Spencer, the former 49er. Jars the ball loose where Sanders falls on it. So the Giants get a big break. Down 10-6. They get a big turnover. They'll have it in Philadelphia territory at the 45-yard line with a chance to take the lead. The chat room has gotten eerily quiet since the first quarter. Nobody's chatting. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. 5 receivers wide, empty backfield for Rodgers. Rodgers looks downfield, throws to East, and James East down to the 41. A gain of 5 yards, it'll be 2nd and 5. Eli Hicks on the tackle. In his 6th year out of Michigan. Davis in the house. How you doing, Davis? Did you watch that Packers-Dolphins game yet? You watching this game? All right, 2nd and 5. Eric Johnson up the middle. He's got a big gain. Out to the 31-yard line, a gain of 10. And a Giants first down. The 3rd year back out of Duke. I could not get over the ending of that Packers-Dolphins game. I still can't get over it. I left them for dead, and they ended up coming back and winning. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Rodgers in the gun on first down. Rodgers back. Throws underneath to Eric Johnson. And Johnson down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and inches. .6:35 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Eagles up 10-6. Giants on the move, trying to take the lead for the first time. Giants trying to capitalize off the turnover. Eagles fly, Waldo says. Eagles currently up, but the Giants are moving. 2nd and inches from the 21. Play action by Rodgers. Throws, dumps it off to the near side. Kennedy, the tight end, down to the 17-yard line. A gain of 4 yards and a Giants first down. James Kennedy on the catch. First down, G-Man. Six minutes and counting. Here in the 3rd. Giants on the move. 1st and 10 from the Eagles 17. Turner in motion. Rodgers hands off to David Parks. And Parks gets back to the line of scrimmage. Actually gained about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Rodney Lynch on the tackle, number 57. The 5th-year linebacker out of Akron. David Parks, the 2nd-year back out of Michigan State, on the carry. Be 2nd and 9 from the 17-yard line. On 2nd down, Rogers to Parks. And Parks gets the yard to the 16. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 9. Devontae Ross on the tackle. Eagles defense toughening up here inside the red zone. 5 minutes left here in the third. 3rd and 9 for the Giants at the Eagles' 16-yard line. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers back to throw. Throws downfield, caught by East at the 3-yard line. A gain of 13 yards and a Giants first down. James East, the 10th-year receiver out of North Carolina. 13 yards and a Giant first down. On the tackle, number 26, Corey Turner, in his 2nd year out of Minnesota. 4:35 and counting. 1st and goal, G-Men at the 3-yard line. See if they can punch it in. They come out in the I formation. Rogers to Parks, and he gets buried for no gain. On the tackle, Lawrence Moon, number 91, the 4th-year defensive end out of Navy. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Four minutes left now in the third quarter. Rogers, they spread the receivers out in the shotgun. Rogers back, throws inside to East. Does he hold on? Yes. Touchdown, Giants. A 3-yard touchdown catch by James East. And the Giants take the lead for the first time, 12-10, with the extra point coming. So the Giants capitalize off the Eagle turnover. They get a touchdown. And now Zach Whitney for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. Giants lead at 13-10. 3:54 left to play here in the third quarter. We're live from MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week number 10 here at Jammin' Sports. Don't forget to subscribe. Especially if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. We're on multi-platforms now. Multi-platinums, yes, platinums. Zach Whitney will kick off. Fielded by Harper, 4 yards deep. It'll be a touchback. And Philadelphia will take over at the 25-yard line. 3:54 remaining here in the third quarter. It's been a pretty good ball game. The Giants taking the lead for the first time, 13-10. In a game that both teams really have to have if they want to stay relevant in the NFC playoff picture. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Caden Powell back to throw, dumps it off to Barker, and Barker gets 3 yards out to the 28-yard line. Shane Barker, the 2nd-year tight end out of Hawaii. Julius Sanders, the linebacker, on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the 28. This game has gone back and forth, and the Giants currently lead at 13-10 with 3.5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. 2nd and 7 for the Eagles at their own 28 with 3 receivers to the near side. Powell back to throw. Throws downfield, caught by Crane down to the 44-yard line. Chris Crane, a gain of 16 yards and a Philadelphia first down. We've talked about Chris Crane in the past. He's playing, let's count the number of teams he's played for. The Browns, the Falcons, the Steelers, the Cowboys, and now the Eagles. He's on his 5th team. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Powell to Elliott, and Robert Elliott down to the 44, back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. The Giants are right there to make the stop. Number 53, Walter Spencer, the 5th-year linebacker out of Oregon. Spencer spent 4 years with the 49ers. He was a free agent, and the Giants picked him up during the offseason. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles at their own 44-yard line. Giants up 13-10. Eagles come out, 4 receivers set wide. Powell to Elliott, and Robert Elliott, no gain. Ricky Robertson making the tackle, the 15th year defensive tackle out of the University of Miami. And it'll bring up 3rd and 10. We're coming up on 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. A big 3rd down for the Eagles coming up. Down by 3, 3rd and 10 from their own 44. Powell in the shotgun. He's got Woolfolk in motion. Powell drops back, looks downfield, throws, gets it off to Woolfolk down the sideline, makes a move, and Desmond Woolfolk, the 2nd-year receiver out of Chattanooga, all the way down to the 19-yard line. That's a 25-yard gain. 1st down, Philadelphia. Deep in the Giants' territory now. Desmond Woolfolk, his first catch of the game. Good for 25 yards and a first down. Greg Gibson, the safety, on the tackle, along with number 24, Chris Adams, the 6th-year safety out of Mississippi State. 1st down, Eagles at the Giant 19, under 2 minutes left here in the 3rd. 5 receivers set wide, empty backfield for Powell on 1st and 10. Powell drops back, throws down the middle, caught by Whitney, in for the touchdown. A 19-yard touchdown catch by A.J. Whitney. And the Eagles retake the lead, 16-13. A nice drive by Philadelphia to retake the lead. The 5th-year receiver out of Nebraska, A.J. Whitney. Fly, Eagles, fly, Waldo says. And now Dan Bailey for the extra point. The snap, kick is up, and it's good. Eagles lead at 17-13, a minute 39 left here in the 3rd quarter. Live from MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. Follow, like us, and subscribe if you would. Don't miss any of the action. I know you have. Misty subscribed. I think Misty's my oldest subscriber. So now Philadelphia with a 4-point lead with a minute 39 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Bless you, Misty. There's the kickoff by Snyder. Fielded by Kylan Johnson at the 6 over the 20-25. And Kylan Johnson out to the 28-yard line. The 3rd-year back out of Tennessee, Kylan Johnson. So the Giants will take over down by 4. They need a touchdown to retake the lead. The sun has set. It's getting dark. It's a late afternoon game here in New York. One of the 4 o'clock games. 1st and 10 Giants. They'll have it at their own 28-yard line with a minute 36 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Giants have a tough game next week against Pittsburgh. That's going to be tough. In the I formation, Rogers hands off to Kylan Johnson. Ends up getting no gain. Rodney Lynch making the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 10. A minute 15 and counting. Giants come out. Rogers under center. Takes the snap, drops back, throws underneath to Benjamin. James Benjamin, the tight end, in his 3rd year out of Nebraska. That'll be a 4-yard gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Under a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. Giants from their own 32-yard line. We have hockey after this tonight. We'll have the New York Rangers and the Boston Bruins. We'll play a hockey game. 3rd and 6. Rogers in the gun. Rogers fakes the handoff. Looking, throws downfield, caught by Patrick Collins out to the 46-yard line. A 22-yard gain to Patrick Collins, the 8th-year receiver out of Georgia. Long-time Giant wide receiver. He actually spent 1 year with Cincinnati. And now, in his 7th year with the Giants, he was traded after 1 season with the Bengals. 1st and 10, Giants at the Eagle 46-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Rogers in the gun. This should be the last play of the quarter. Rogers play action looking. Throws deep downfield toward the end zone. Incomplete. It was underthrown, allowing Delano West, the rookie free safety out of Alabama, to break that pass up. 2 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Time for one more play. The ball was underthrown. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Giants at the Philadelphia 46-yard line. This will be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down, Rogers hands off to Kylan Johnson. He gains 2 yards, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Philadelphia up 17-13 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. The 5-4 Eagles, the 4-5 Giants. Dallas sits at 6-4. Philadelphia half game back, trying to catch them with a win today. And the Giants just 1 game back at 4-5. It's a very tight NFC East. 3rd and 8. 4 receivers set wide. Rogers in the gun. Big 3rd down to start the 4th quarter. Rogers throws. It's caught by Kennedy down to the 31-yard line. A 13-yard gain by the big tight end, James Kennedy. 1st down, G-Men. As he hauls it in. Delano West on the tackle for Philadelphia. But it's a 1st down for the Giants. They're down by 4. 1st and 10 from the Eagle 31. 4 receivers spread wide. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers will drop back. Good protection. Dumps it off to Eric Johnson. Down to the 24, a gain of 7 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. The 3rd year back out of Duke, Eric Johnson. On 2nd and 3 from the 24-yard line. They spread the receivers wide. Rogers in the shotgun on 2nd down. Rogers back. Throws down the middle. Caught by Kennedy. Down to the 16-yard line. A gain of 8. 1st down, Giants. Kennedy closes again on 100 yards. He just needs 11 more. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. on 1st and 10. The Giants spread 4 receivers out. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers, high snap, hands off to Eric Johnson up the middle. And Eric Johnson down to the 8-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll bring up 2nd and 2. The Giants have that two-headed running back. They have Kylan Johnson and Eric Johnson. Johnson and Johnson, they're both good backs. They pretty much get equal time. They stay fresh. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Giants. The Giants, one of the few teams in the league that have running back by committee. Everyone else usually has a main back. 2nd and 2 from the 8-yard line in the I formation. Rogers, play action, looking, throws to the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Asher Kirk, but he kind of overthrew him. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. That'll stop the clock with 6:01 left here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 2 for the Giants at the Philadelphia 8. They get a first down at the 6. Rogers in the gun. Rogers back. Looks to the end zone. He gets sacked back at the 14-yard line. Making the sack, Ken Frazier, number 99. And that's going to be a 6-yard loss. It'll be 4th and 8 for the Giants. Let's see if they go for it. They're down by 4 with under 6 minutes left. I bet you they go for it. No guts, no glory, right? High risk, high reward. Let's see if they go for it. Nope, they're going to kick the field goal. This will be a 31-yard attempt by Zach Whitney to make it a 1-point game. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. So the Giants are down by 1. Philadelphia up 17-16 with 5:28 left to play. Here in the 4th quarter, we're live from MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, Week 10, here at Jammin' Sports. Please subscribe. We'll have a doubleheader tomorrow, 6 o'clock Eastern time, and that will be 3 o'clock on the West Coast. It'll be Cleveland at Indianapolis, and that'll be followed by the LA Chargers at the Denver Broncos. Doubleheader tomorrow, and then we'll probably have baseball after that. There's the kick. Fielded by Harper at the 8-yard line over the 15, 20, 25, out to the 31-yard line. Mark Harper on the return. Philadelphia up by 1 with 5:24 left. As Caden Powell comes back out, there's his numbers on the day. Not too shabby. 13 of 16. 2 touchdowns. Most quarterbacks would take those stats. First and 10, Philadelphia from their own 31. Up by a single point. 4 receivers set wide for the Eagles. Powell in the shotgun. Powell hands off to Elliott, and Elliott out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 5, it'll be 2nd and 5. Making the tackle, number 30, Sam Tarver for the Giants, the free safety. We're coming up on 5 minutes left. 2nd and 5 for Philadelphia at their own 36. Powell drops back, dumps it off underneath, incomplete. Greg Gibson, the safety, knocks it down. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. He was looking for Christopher Crane. Incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. Four receivers set wide for Philadelphia. Powell in the shotgun. Powell drops back, throws downfield, caught by Horn. He's going to be shy of the first down. He gets tackled by Gibson at the 40-yard line. A yard shy of the first to be 4th and 1. Philadelphia is going to have to punt. The Giants are going to get the ball back. Plenty of time left, 4:35 and counting. Chris Snyder back to punt, gets the punt away. And this will be inside the 5 and into the end zone, touchback. Giants will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 4:27 left to play. Just a 1-point ball game. All the Giants need is a field goal, and they can retake the lead. First and 10 from the 20-yard line. On first down, the Giants come out. Four receivers set wide. William Rogers, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Rogers looking. Steps up. Throws deep downfield. He's got a man open. Collins comes down with it. The Giants go deep. They roll the dice and it comes up 7. Down to the 15-yard line. A 65-yard catch to Patrick Collins, the 8th-year receiver out of Georgia. He just got behind the secondary. Talk about flipping the field. The Giants have it now, or at the 15-yard line. Down by a point, they can take the lead. They're in field goal range. Under 4 minutes left. On 1st and 10. Rogers to Kylan Johnson. And Johnson gets out to the 12-yard line. I believe it was in week 4. Maybe week 5. Let me look. It was in week 5. The Giants defeated Philadelphia in overtime 30-24. So the Giants, if they were to win this game, they would get the season sweep over the Eagles. And that's huge when it comes to tiebreakers. On 2nd and 7 from the 12-yard line, Rogers back, throws underneath to Collins, inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. A gain of 5, it'll be 3rd and 2. For those that don't know, the schedule and the standings are all down below. If you're watching this on a computer or laptop, you can just toggle down. You'll see the schedule and standings and all the results so far. 3rd and 2 from the 7-yard line. Rogers, 3-step drop, throws underneath to East. Is he in? Touchdown, Giants. A 7-yard touchdown catch by James East. And the Giants retake the lead, 22-17. The Giants up by 5. The 10th-year receiver out of North Carolina, James East, he broke the plane of the goal line for the touchdown. The Giants will go for 2. They want to make it a 7-point game. They spread the receivers wide. Rogers in the shotgun. 2-point conversion try. They hand off to Eric Johnson, and he doesn't get there. Making the tackle, Bryson Burnett, number 95. Burchett, excuse me. So the Giants lead by 5. Philadelphia still has to get a touchdown. 2:52 left to play here in the 4th quarter. It pretty much rolls out overtime with a 5-point lead. So this one, it looks like it's coming down to the wire with 2:52 left to play. If you missed the earlier game, the Lions defeated the Falcons 16-3. This is the second game of our doubleheader tonight. The Giants now with a 5-point lead over the Eagles, 22-17, with 2:52 left to play in regulation. Zach Whitney will kick off. Fielded by Caldwell at the 7-yard line over the 20, 25, 30. And Matthew Caldwell out to the 30-yard line. And that's where the Eagles will take over, down by 5. Can the Eagles mount a comeback? 2:48 left. They have all 3 of their timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Doubleheader tomorrow night starting at 6 Eastern. Cleveland at Indianapolis, followed by the Chargers at the Broncos. First and 10 from the 30-yard line. Eagles spread the receivers out. Powell in the gun. Powell draws back, looking, throws outside to Whitney. He's got a first down out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Eagles. Whitney's made some catches today. 2.5 minutes left. 2-minute warning coming up. Giants holding on to a 5-point lead. Giants trying to get the season sweep of the Eagles. The Dream's in the house. What's up, Dream? We do have hockey after this. We'll have the Rangers and the Bruins after this. First and 10 from the 43-yard line. Powell in the gun, back to throw. Looking downfield, throws, gets it to Wolfhook inside the 40 into Giant territory, down to the 39-yard line. An 18-yard gain by Desmond Wolfhook in his second year out of Chattanooga. And that should take us to the 2-minute warning. Giants up 22-17 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports, the Eagles and the Giants. Giants lead at 22-17 with 2 minutes left. Both teams have 3 timeouts. A big game in the NFC East. The Eagles trying to tie the Cowboys with a win. The Giants trying to get back into the division race. First and 10 from the 39, Powell in the gun. Powell hands off to Elliott up the middle, and Robert Elliott down to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6. Eagles in the hurry-up. It'll be a gain of 5. Second and 5. Powell in the gun. Powell back. Looking. Throws. Gets it out to Elliott. Down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. Another Eagle first down. Eagles stay in the hurry-up, getting everybody back on first and 10. Powell, 3-step drop, throws, incomplete. He short-hopped it. And that'll stop the clock with 1:29 remaining. It'll be second and 10 Philadelphia at the Giant 26-yard line. Jimmy Jam with Sports Davis, Evil Dead, Waldo, and the Dream in the house. On second and 10 from the 26. 4 receivers set wide. Powell in the gun. Powell looking, steps up, in trouble. He's going to take off. He's going to get positive yardage out of it. He gets a 6-yard gain out to the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4. Eagles stay in the hurry-up. Powell in the gun. On 3rd down, Powell back, looking, throws to the end zone, incomplete. It was broken up by Chris Chapman, number 25. In his 4th year out of Virginia Tech. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Philadelphia down by 5. A field goal does them no good. They got to go for it. Chapman, a nice defensive play. The intended receiver was Whitney. 1:04 remaining. A 5-point Giants lead. This is ball game for Philadelphia right here. 4th and 4 at the 20-yard line. They got to get at least a first down. 4 receivers set wide. Powell in the gun. Powell back. Throws down the middle. Incomplete. Horn couldn't haul it in. Sam Tarver broke it up. That'll be a turnover on downs. The Giants will take over at their own 20-yard line with 1:01 remaining. Now Philadelphia has all 3 of their timeouts. They can still force a 3 and out and get the ball back. However, they wouldn't have much time left, but they would still have a shot. Collins has had a big day for the Giants. Patrick Collins, the wide receiver. So the Giants would take over at the 20. If the Giants get a first down, this game's over. Philadelphia's only shot is to force a 3 and out, call a timeout after each play, get the ball back. Giants come out on 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line in the offset eye. Blackshear in motion. Rodgers to Parks, and Parks gets nailed for no gain. And the Eagles take a timeout. Now they say it's a 1-yard loss. Lawrence Moon making the tackle for Philadelphia. 58 seconds left. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Giants at the 20-yard line. Loss of about a half a yard. If the Eagles can force a punt, they have one last shot. However, if the Giants get a first down, the game is over. It's been a good game. It's gone back and forth. On 2nd and 11. Rodgers in the shotgun. Rodgers to Eric Johnson up the middle, and Eric Johnson to the 24-yard line. The Eagles take a timeout. It's a gain of 4. Make it a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 6. A big third down for the Giants coming up. 53 seconds left. If the Giants do not get a first down, they'll have to punt, and Philadelphia is going to have one more shot. If the Giants can get a first down right here, they can wrap up the ball game. We have hockey up next. Rangers and Bruins. We hope you hang around for that. NFL doubleheader tomorrow at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific time. Browns, Colts, Chargers, Broncos tomorrow. 3rd and 6. Here we go. Rodgers hands off to David Parks. He's got the first down. Parks down to the 33-yard line. Philadelphia takes their final timeout, and that's ball game. Philadelphia can no longer stop the clock. The Giants, 2 more snaps and we're done. The Giants will go to 5-5. The Eagles will drop to 5-5. And the Cowboys remain 1 game up at 6-4. The Giants and the Eagles will be 1 game back with 6 games left to go. The Cowboys play at the Packers next week. Philadelphia will host Carolina. And the Giants will play at Pittsburgh next week. In the victory formation, Rodgers takes a knee. They'll have to do that one more time. But more importantly now, especially when it comes playoff time, the Giants have swept the Eagles, winning both games this season. So if they end up tied, the Giants have the tiebreaker. This will be the last snap of the game. There it is, your final score. The Giants 22, the Eagles 17. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We have hockey up next. We'll see you then.